Welcome back to the deep dive. Today, we're shifting gears a little bit. We're not doing our usual deep analysis of, a single complex subject. Instead, we're diving into something maybe even more unsettling.
True stories.
Exactly.
Yeah.
3 true stories. Real-life encounters that honestly left the people involved absolutely terrified. It's kind of a reminder, isn't it? Sometimes the scariest things are the ones that actually happen.
Yeah, and what's so chilling about these specific accounts is how ordinary life just stops. And suddenly you're facing something inexplicable, something terrifying. These aren't just spooky tales. They leave real, lasting fear, real questions.
Absolutely. It's like that thin line between normal and nightmare just vanishes. Okay, so let's start with the first one. This takes us to Colorado, the Arao Forest.
Right.
Sounds peaceful, right?
Right.
Midweek camping trip, just 2 cousins, the narrator, he's 22, and his cousin Cody, who's 23. And Cody's an Eagle Scout, so, experienced.
Knows his way around the woods.
Totally. They hike in, maybe 15 minutes, find this great secluded spot. Tents up, portable stove, campfire going. Cody's apparently grilling steaks and burgers.
Sounds pretty ideal.
Doesn't it? Got some beers, classic rock playing low, just enjoying the evening. Perfect wilderness escape.
But, even in that ideal setting, there's that underlying thing about the wilderness. It's not always the bears or the mountain lions you worry about most.
Right. And Cody, the Eagle Scout, he actually mentions this. He's got bear spray, but he says, the real thing you got to worry about is other people.
That's quite foreshadowing. And it speaks to that vulnerability, doesn't it? Being out there isolated.
It really does. Because almost right after that thought, as they're eating, playing cards, darkness fully setting in, they hear something.
Right.
A humming sound, faint but distinct, and then footsteps coming from the woods, the pitch black woods.
Oh, wow. Not animal footsteps.
No, definitely not. The narrator pauses the music immediately. And in that silence, the sounds are even clearer. Cody's instantly alert, looking for a flashlight, but then the sounds just fade away.
Strange. Really strange.
Cody says it himself, super unusual for someone to be that deep in the woods, especially humming and walking near a campsite. They're both pretty shaken up. Try to get back to their card game, keep the music super low now.
Yeah, the mood's definitely shifted.
Big time. And it doesn't stay quiet for long, just as they're trying to, maybe convince themselves it was nothing.
Something else happens.
Yeah, a big stick, thrown lands right in the middle of their camp. Thud.
Thrown, not just fallen.
Definitely thrown. Cody just loses it then, jumps up, starts yelling into the dark, get a life, buzz off, stuff like that.
Understandable reaction, pure adrenaline.
And just like before, they hear footsteps again, but this time moving away, back into the trees like they were just provoking them.
That's terrifying. It goes from weird sounds to direct interaction, hostile interaction.
Exactly. And it wasn't over. They kept hearing noises after that branches cracking, but again, not like an animal moving around. It confirmed it for them. Someone, maybe more than one person, was out there watching.
Okay, so now it's not just creepy, it's potentially dangerous. What do they do?
Well, they realize they can't both stay up all night. They decide to take shifts, keep watch. Yeah, for intruders, maybe thieves, though it felt much weirder than just theft.
Right.
Cody takes the first watch, sits by the dying fire, tries to read a book. The narrator, he crawls into his tent, totally exhausted from the stress, and actually manages to fall asleep.
I'm surprised he could sleep at all.
Me too.
Oh.
But then, middle of the night, he wakes up, still kind of groggy, looks up, and there's a head peering into his tent, silhouetted.
Oh my God.
He thinks it's Cody, waking him for his shift. He even asks, is it my turn? But as he's looking, becoming more awake, he hears the tent zipper. Zip up.
Steps up from the outside.
Yeah. And the head is gone. He lies there for a second, confused. Then it hits him. That wasn't Cody. He shoots up, calls Cody's name. Nothing.
Chills.
He unzips his tent. Campfire's dead. Cody's tent next to his is zipped tight. He goes over, unzips it, and Cody's fast asleep inside.
Oh, wow. So the person watching him was someone else entirely. That realization must have been instant terror.
Total chills and goosebumps, he said. He wakes Cody up, tells him what happened. Cody, realizing he must have dozed off during his watch, immediately gets it. They need to stick together.
Makes sense. Consolidate.
Yeah. They decide both sleep in Cody's tent. But the narrator has to run back to his tent really quick to grab his sleeping bag.
Oh, that dash must have felt like an eternity.
And as he's doing it, running between the tents, he hears it again. That humming sound from the darkness.
Just awful, constant presence.
So they scramble back into Cody's tent, zip it up tight. They just sit there, Airspan in hand. For hours. Listening.
Waiting for sunrise.
Desperately. He even said he was wishing a bear would show up. Just to, scare off whoever was out there. That's how scared they were of the human element.
That says everything, doesn't it? Preferring a wild animal to the unknown person.
Finally, after what felt like forever, Cody wakes him up again.
Yeah.
It's almost dawn. They didn't even hesitate. Packed up like lightning, practically ran out of the forest.
I don't blame him.
And the narrator says, flat out, it's been 6 years and he hasn't been wilderness camping since. People are just too scary.
It sticks with you, that violation of safety, especially somewhere you expect peace. It really changes your perception. The unknown who and why just lingers.
Absolutely. Okay, let's shift gears now from the woods to the coast. A beach house in Florida. Another place you'd expect relaxation, right?
Supposedly. Dream vacation spot.
Yeah, 4 friends rent this house right on the beach. Houses aren't too close together, so it feels private. Deck overlooking the sand. Sounds perfect. They're having fun swimming, beach football, going out.
The usual beach vacation stuff.
Exactly. But then, late one night, things get weird. They're playing football in the sand, and the narrator spots someone. Standing in the ocean. Waist deep. It's past midnight.
Okay, that's a bit odd. But maybe just a late swim.
Maybe. They kind of note it, but brush it off. Later, though, the narrator and his friend John are the last ones up, having a beer on the deck. Narrator looks out at the ocean again. Same person, but now they're standing on the beach. Stock still, facing the house.
Oh, okay. That's different. That's intentional.
John sees it too.
Yeah.
They shout out, like, hey. Nothing. No response. Just standing there. Now they're officially creeped out, decide to head inside. Something feels wrong.
Yeah, that feeling of being watched is incredibly unnerving. It's moved from strange to potentially threatening.
Definitely. So the narrator goes to his bedroom. His window looks right out again at the beach. He peeks out.
Don't tell me.
Yep. The figure's there. But now, standing right in front of the back deck, still facing the house. And the narrator feels like this person is staring directly at his window. He can tell it's probably a guy, a bit larger frame.
So they followed them, essentially, or just moved closer. That's direct focus on them, not just hanging out on the beach anymore.
Exactly. He quickly calls John to come look, but by the time John gets to the room, the figure's vanished. Gone.
Convenient or tactical.
Right. He tells John what he saw, insists it was real. John believes him. They shut the blinds tight, but, the feeling is still there.
You can't just shake that off.
No way.
Yeah.
And as the narrator is lying in bed trying to process this, suddenly, bam! A fist hits his bedroom window. Hard.
Oh, no. Actual contact.
He said his insides just shriveled up. Heart dropped. Then, after the loud bang, there were lighter knocks, like fingers tapping on the glass.
That's terrifying. Psychological torture almost. Tapping right where he is.
He's frozen. Wants to yell, who is it? But he can't. He just bolts. Runs out to the living room, wakes everyone else up, screaming.
Smart move. Safety in numbers.
They all check everything, window, deck, beach, around the house. Nothing. Nobody there. John and the narrator explain the whole sequence, the figure, the knocking. Everyone's freaked out now.
Understandably, that's not just a prank.
So the next day, John and the narrator are still really disturbed. They decide to ask the closest neighbors if they've seen anything weird.
Good idea. See if there's a pattern.
And bingo. One neighbor tells them about something genuinely freaky that happened just the week before. Middle of the night, someone knocked on their door. They asked, who is it? Through the door. Just kept knocking. No answer. Just persistent knocking.
Wow. Okay, so it is a pattern. This person or people, they're targeting houses in the area, testing locks, seeing who answers, maybe. It validates their fear completely.
It makes it so much worse knowing it wasn't just them. They packed up and left the very next day. Didn't finish the vacation.
Can't blame him.
And the narrator says he still wonders sometimes what he would have seen if he'd actually lifted that blind when the knocking started.
Ugh. That what if is horrifying. The not knowing is almost worse. Someone was right there, inches away. That erodes your sense of safety at its core.
It really does. It shows how just being watched, that invasion, can be profoundly terrifying. Maybe more than a direct confrontation sometimes.
It's the implication, the unknown intent. That's powerful psychological dread.
Okay, our last story. This one hits differently. It involves a child and just pure calculated manipulation.
Oh boy. These are always tough.
Yeah. The narrator, James, was 9 years old. Home alone one night, playing video games upstairs. His mom had one very strict rule. never ever answer the door when you're alone.
Good rule, essential rule.
Definitely. So he's playing Metroid Prime deep into it, and the house phone rings downstairs. He goes down, looks at the caller ID. It's his mom's cell number.
Right, so it seems safe enough to answer.
That's what he thought. He picks up. But the voice on the other end, supposedly his mom. Yeah, that sounds wrong. Off.
How so?
The voice says, "Sweetie, can you come outside and help with the groceries?" And James, even at 9, he knows his mom's voice. This wasn't quite it. And the word sweetie felt forced.
Kids pick up on that stuff. They know.
He instinctively asks, "Why do you sound like that?" And the voice replies, "Like what, sweetie?" Using it again. He just hangs up. Immediately. Gut feeling. Knew his mom wouldn't talk like that.
Wow. Smart kid. And incredibly chilling. Someone has his mom's phone and is trying to lure him outside using her number. How did they even get the phone?
We get to that. But yeah, that instinct, trusting his gut over the caller ID, probably saved him.
Absolutely crucial.
So the phone rings again right away. Same number, mom's cell. He ignores it this time. His heart's pounding now. He waits in the kitchen, nervous. Then it rings a third time.
Different number.
Different number. He answers. It's a man's voice this time. Call me, says, "Hey, James, I know this is going to sound weird, but it's your dad. I'm outside."
Oh, that's low. That's horrible.
His dad died when he was 3. He barely remembered him. And in that instant, it clicks. The first voice definitely wasn't his mom. He hangs up again, terrified. Realizes he can't even call his real mom for help because someone else has her phone.
The calculation there is just evil. Using the mom's phone first, then pivoting to something so emotionally manipulative. They knew his name. They knew about his dad. Or guessed. It implies planning.
Serious planning. And then it gets worse. It goes from the phone to the door. Knock start. On the front door.
No.
He peeks around the corner from the kitchen. He can hear a muffled man's voice calling his name. "James, it's your dad. Let me in." Over and over. Then the doorbell rings. Then he hears someone trying the doorknob, actively trying to get in.
A 9-year-old facing that alone. I can't even imagine the terror. What did he do?
He did exactly what he needed to do. Pure survival instinct kicked in. He called 911.
Thank goodness.
Dispatcher heard the fear, told him to lock himself in a room immediately. He ran to the downstairs bathroom, locked the door, turned off the light, just hid in the dark.
Smart, making himself invisible.
And while he's in there, hiding, listening, he hears them, trying every window, every door, all around the house. Muffled sounds, rattling, pushing.
Oh, man. More than one person then, likely.
That's what they figured later, yeah. A man and a woman, systematically checking every possible entry point.
Just relentless.
Thankfully, they gave up. Before the police got there, they just stopped. The dispatcher called him back, told him police were outside. It was safe to come out.
What a relief. But just barely.
His mom got home not long after with his little sister.
Oh.
Saw the police cars, obviously panicked. Confirmed her phone had been stolen earlier. That was the key.
Right. But the motive, why target him?
The police and the family came up with a theory. It's sickening. Her phone, it was an old Nokia flip phone. The background picture was her and her 2 kids.
Okay.
They think whoever stole it saw that picture, saw a woman, likely single, with young kids.
Yeah.
And that picture gave this, as the narrator called them, disgusting, creepy couple the idea. Target the kids, try to lure one out when the mom wasn't home.
That's predatory on a whole other level, using a simple family photo to plan something so awful.
It's truly disturbing. And the impact, as you can imagine, was huge.
I bet. You don't just walk away from that.
No. He said his mom wouldn't leave him home alone at night for years after that. It completely shattered their sense of security. It's not just the event itself, it's the long shadow it casts.
Exactly. These aren't just quick scares, they're deep psychological wounds. They change how you see the world, how you trust, how safe you feel even in your own home, especially for a child.
These stories, all 3 of them, they really do pull back the curtain, don't they? Show how thin that line is between just a normal day and something terrifyingly real. How the unexpected, the unknown can just appear, often where you least expect it, where you feel the safest. And it's often the human element that's the most frightening part.
It really is, that calculated malevolence or even just the inexplicable creepy behavior. It sticks with you far more than, say, a ghost story might. Because it's real, it could happen. These accounts are stark reminders of dangers that can hide just out of sight, even in places we know well. It forces you to think about how safe you really are. Sometimes the scariest thing isn't a monster under the bed. It's the person knocking on the window.
Well said. If these stories send a chill down your spine, maybe made you double-check your locks tonight, then you've been with us for another deep dive into some truly dark corners.
Yeah.
Make sure you like, share, and subscribe to the Horror Docs channel if you want more accounts like these. We really appreciate the support.
We do.
We'll see you next time.